Somebody ought to be scared. But I don't need to be afraid, because he that is with me will go with me. He will lead me. He will protect me. He will shield me. He will provide for me. Yeah, they call your name, but your name is being mentioned in the palace. Slap somebody and say, my name has gone up ahead of me. And it's only a matter of time before I step in the palace, because my gift will make room. Oh God, I wish I had a church up here. Somebody, how do my gift will make room?
Hallelujah. The private conversation is about to bring you public recognition. I need to say that to somebody else. Your private conversation is about to bring you public recognition. Say it one more time till it hits your spirit. My private conversation is about to public. Somebody pray. So she is talking with her mistress, but the Lord is eardropping. Now I'm going to deal with verse 5 and we mightn't get out of there. My God. Whenever you did not get the word, you can never carry it straight. That's right. That's right. That's right. So true. You just know when people don't get the word, they call it as be We ain't selling ham in Christmas Eve. Anyone that has a message with a lot of ham can get the right word. He gets part of the message and he is so confused that he carries the message with the wrong information. He says, send Naaman to the king. My God. Let's go back to verse number 3. And she said unto her mistress, you're preached with me here. Hallelujah. What God, my Lord, were with the who? That is in Samaria. But the king gets the word and he sends a letter to the king. But the person with the power is not in the palace. Yes. You heard that? Yes. The person with the power is not in the palace. Correct. Yes. A whole lot of folks are looking to the palace for the answer. But you who in the pit got the answer. And it's only a matter of time before you get exposed. Oh God. God, we don't preach this thing today. It says, go and carry the message to the king. I want to break this down for a little while. Let's teach for a while here, because this is too good to have. The king of Syria is a guy called Benadad. Benadad means, it means he is a god. But he's not any kind of god. He's a god of storms. But the title of Benadad also represents like how they call Pharaoh. So, like we have a premier, individuals might change from the position, but the position remains. So Benadad was not actually the guy's name, but it was the title he had. But the title means the god of storms, which is a, what type of god? Come on, talk to me. Pagan god. He is the God that they're depending on. But he sends to the king of Israel. Now the king of Israel is Jehoram, who is the son of Ahab and Jezebel. Oh, pastor, come preach today, boy. Don't play with this word today. Now, if you remember Ahab and Jezebel, they were very wicked. In fact, Jezebel, can we talk about Jezebel? Jezebel was the one that sent a message to Elijah and said to Elijah, if you touch my prophets, Hear that? My prophets. Because every witch worker got some prophets under their control. Y'all not preaching already. Every witchcraft worker got some prophets under their control. And that's the reason why some people can prophesy and the people who wicked smile, because they got a spell over them. Ooh. But a real prophet is not controlled by man. God, I can't go there today. I gotta push this out. A real prophet is controlled by God, to the point that whenever he speaks, God backs it up. I gotta run past this because I need to go to something else. He sends to the king of Syria. The king of Syria sends to the king of Israel, who is the son of Ahab and Jezebel. Now, at the start of his ministry, he was not as wicked as his daddy. In fact, he's the second son to serve since his daddy died. But because of wickedness, he turned away from God and went back to doing like his daddy. I'm going to preach that another time, but if I had some time, I would have dealt with what is in your DNA from your daddy that is holding you up from being the blessing. Oh God, can I preach that? There's some of you, you're gifted and talented. There's some of you, you're very nice to deal with. But when your daddy DNA show up, you become a monster. Ooh, church gone quiet. You're a sweet person, you help folks. But if they ever cross your path, you become worse than the devil himself. You will quickly do stuff that when you finish, you look back and say, was that me? If it's you, just holler nothing right now. Because if you holler something, they're going to jump from next to you. Every one of us got some stuff in our DNA that is not of God. Paul puts it this way. He said, the things I should do, I don't. And the things I shouldn't do, that is what I want to do. There's a part of every one of us that if it's ever exposed, we will never come back to church. There's a sign of some of us, as much as we speak in tongues and fall out on the floor, if the truth ever comes out, we will hide for months and maybe run out of town, because it is not nice to see. That is why I thank God for grace. Had it not been for grace, all of us would have been miserable. But let's work this thing. Here is the king of Syria on the announcement that there is a man of God in the city. Does not wait for a second opinion, does not call to get an agreement with somebody else, but right away sends a message to the king of Israel. I need to work that for a minute. The king of Israel, when he gets the letter, rips off his clothes and says, am I God? Hold a minute. I thought Israel was God's chosen people. What is this? But the king of Israel asked if he was God. Now hold on. The king of Syria is not a part of God's chosen people, but he believes in the God of Israel. It tells me that even unsaved folks know when you're authentic or you're fake. Church can't handle this stuff. Take me all the time. Folks that are not in the church know when you're real or not. The fellow from Syria sends to Israel and he says, I need help. But watch what he does. He knows that anytime you're going into godly things, you're never going empty-handed. Because when you get before the king, you have to bring something. That is why, as believers, it's an insult to God to come to church without a praise. Oh God, I really can't preach that. I came to tell you, whenever you come before greatness, you never come empty-handed. Because what you recognize, you are sowing into what's already flourishing. I was looking the other day. It was Shaq's birthday, and the guys bought Shaq 3 more rides, despite he had but 10 already. Because you do not sow into brokenness, and you don't sow into soil that can bring forth fruit. Anything that is barren, you don't sow into, you help out. Oh God, I can't preach this.
this. Anything that is barren you can't sow because it doesn't have the power to bring forth fruit. Now let me say this as I'm here. A seed that goes into the ground needs the right soil and it needs water. Oh Lord, what is this? The soil is the environment. I came to tell this church that there are some churches in the world that the soil ain't right. You're hanging among people that you're in church but you feel nasty. You're in church but you feel alone. There is no love. There is no God. There is no presence. There is no power. If I'm preaching right, just wave your hands. Don't say nothing. And then there are some churches. You might not have fancy stuff, but you can feel the love before you enter the building. That's the right soil. But even if the people are nice and the people are great, a seed needs something else. It needs water. And therefore, this is the problem. Some people have some faithful members, but they can't preach the word. The Bible says, I'll be watered with the word. You need to be in a soil where the love is right, but the word is powerful. I don't need to be in no church where the pastor can't preach the word. I don't need to know Susie's business. I don't need to know who's sleeping with who. I don't need junk or garbage. I need a word from the Lord. I call on every pastor that is looking at me on YouTube. Get back to the word. Get back to study. Get back to fasting. And when you rise in the pulpit, preach the word of God. I command you, man of God. I command you, woman of God, in the apostolic anointing, to preach the word in season, out of season. The men want to hear it or not. I command you to go before God, seek the face of God, and He will give you a word to preach to the people. If you receive it, raise your hand.